Me personally, I would buy more shares because the dividend is coming soon. Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about AT&T stock, the new news about AT&T as a company, and whether or not you should buy or sell. First, if you don't know what my channel is about, it's all about stocks, finances, and building income streams with dividend investing or just building that passive income. So if you don't want to miss a video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. So we are on my iPad right now. As you guys can see, I made out this little thing that we're going to be working through to really see what we're going to dig into AT&T in this video, and this is how we're going to do it. So first, I want to zoom in on the 5G of AT&T, big player in 5G. And if you don't know what 5G is pretty much taking over the big wireless tech companies that provide your phone services. So basically what that means is if you have a phone, most likely up in the corner it will say 4G. Right here it would say 4G LTE whatever, 4G AT&T, 4G Verizon. Well, now we're in the 5G era, and what that means is these companies are all competing for the best 5G coverage for their customers. And so why I think AT&T is a pro here is, first, what I want to tell you about AT&T is it's very, very stable. As you guys can see here, this is the stock price from as long as the company's been around. You can see right here, that is when the company was founded or first put onto the S&P or the stock market. And so when we're looking into this, we can see that there's typical trends in AT&T, and there's these trends of where the stock price goes and then when it drops. And then you can kind of see right here it did a mini one, and that's where we're at right now. This is present time right here. So one thing I wanted to talk about with AT&T stock is you have this long track record of a steady stock price, but you can't just look at a stock price whenever you are looking to invest in a stock. You have now this is huge. You have to look at other things. You can't just look at the stock price and invest, or look at the dividend they pay out and invest. Okay? So this is why I think you should buy now. And there are some other things that are going to come up as cons for investing, but we'll get into those later. But right now, you can see this trend going this way, and the price is going up, right? And then it crashes. And then the same thing happens here. After the crash, it goes up, and then it falls. And then it slowly over time builds back up again, and then it falls. And you guys can see right here, sorry, it's getting a little messy, but you guys can see over here in this corner where Roni hit, and where Roni hit, that's where we have this drop. But one thing that Rona did to this stock and to a lot of stocks, it created this unusual drop in the consistency of where the stock price was, and it kind of just took the whole world by surprise. Anyways, so moving on to where I really want to dig into is this right here. The high, or not the high and the low for that. The payout ratio and the dividend yield. Now a lot of people just look at that dividend yield, see that it's a dividend aristocrat, and if you don't know what that is or what it means that it has been consistently increasing its dividend for 25 years or more. And the next level status after that is a dividend king, which has been doing it for 50 years or more. So AT&T has been increasing it for 25 years, and a lot of people are starting to get a little skeptical of whether or not they're going to cut it, because think about it. For every $28 share you're getting $2.08 annually for every $28 you put into AT&T as of right now. Now that is a killer dividend. And a lot of people think with AT&T's debt, which is AT&T has quite a bit of debt, and it's a little scary when you look at it. But when you look at how much debt they have, it is a little scary. However, when you see that for every $28 you invest in AT&T, you can get $2.08 back, that is a huge, huge star as an investor because of your return on your money. But let's go down here and look at what's happening right now. AT&T is laying off people. AT&T is on trades. One thing that not a lot of people recognize is whenever a stock is on a trade list, usually the stock either blows up or it goes down because you have all these day traders who want to be millionaires that are doing all this crazy stuff, and then they mess with prices. And AT&T is a very established company, so they have a bunch of shares, so I don't see a lot of influence on this. But look at what happened to NIO with what happened there. That stock price became outrageously crazy. Or with Nikola, the company that's competing with Tesla, their stock price went through the roof and they haven't made like any money compared to what Tesla's making. And so these are what you kind of have to watch out for is if it's on a trade list, that's a little sketchy in the price. But look at this right here. They are in the process of, as of right now, it's kind of hearsay, we're not 100% sure yet, but as of right now, they're thinking about getting rid of DirecTV. And what that could mean is that they do not have the money or the revenue coming in like they used to have. So this is some major, major stuff, especially with laying people off. A lot of people during the Rona time were like, oh, if they're laying people off, they'll have more money. That's not true. They're laying people off because they can't pay them. That is not true. People that say that are missing the point completely. One thing I want to note here is that when AT&T is going through a very hard time right now, they're having all these struggles on top of their debt. Their debt is sky high, if you ask me. Like, it's a very scary thing on how long they can go with it. And one thing as we move down here is the big question every investor is asking is, how long can they keep this? How long can they keep all of this, all of this, all of this, and all of this going up? That is the major question. But one thing I want to tell you right now is AT&T has good management as of right now. They have good people up top. Now we have to base our position off of what they decide and their decisions. So there's going to be a lot more news to be watching with AT&T that you need to be watching if you're going to get in or if you're getting out. Me personally, this is my advice. No, this is not financial advice. Don't sue me. You got to do your own research. But this is what you need to hear in this video, is that the news that is going to come out probably is not going to be good news, which in return quite possibly can drive the price of AT&T way down. Now, if they don't cut their dividend, it will be a major play, if you ask me, because you can get even less of a price to get that $2.08 dividend annually, which is huge. But one big risk I see here is there's a really high percentage of them cutting their dividend. And here's why. Because of everything I just talked about. This is very, very walking on eggshells kind of situation that AT&T is going to be going through here. And so if I had to recommend one way or the other, me personally, I would buy more shares because the dividend is coming soon and they're not going to cut it. I don't see them cutting it this soon. I see them, if they're going to cut their dividend, they're going to do it next year, which I highly doubt because 5G stuff is about to take off, which could offset the whole problems that they're having with HBO Max and how it can't keep up with the other things, and also with their issues of having this major debt and trying to figure out how they're moving forward as a company. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. Let me know what you're doing. If you like AT&T stock, if you're gonna buy more, if you're selling, or if you're just holding on and waiting. And if there's anything else that you have any questions on, make sure to leave them down below and I will answer them.